A tour of southern India. Visiting the cities of Mamallapuram, Pondicherry, Tanjore, Madurai, Periyar, Kumarkam, and Cochin. Our hotel in Mamallapuram. Some of the workers who keep the place beautiful. Mamallapuram is a center for marble carvings. Sunrise over the Bay of Bengal. See the little crabs running around on the beach. A delicious crab dinner at the beach restaurant later that evening. The 5 rathas resemble the processional chariots of a temple. They were excavated in 630 to 668 CE. Krishna's Butterball is a natural monument. It's a gigantic granite boulder delicately balanced by nature on the slope of the hill. The boulder is approximately 6 meters high and 5 meters wide and weighs around 250 tons. Carvings of Arjuna's penance date from the 7th century. A small Hindu temple in Mamallapuram. A shop where they make and sell these figurines carved out of marble. A popular beach on the Bay of Bengal. An ancient Hindu temple located near the beach at Mamallapuram. From this high vantage point, we get a wonderful view of the surrounding countryside. En route to Pondicherry. There were many rice fields and other crops. This is a banyan tree. A stand selling jackfruit.
He said have a glue, the glue, white glue.
The Auroville Ashram. The spider lily represents the joy of peace. A stylized topographical map of the ashram. Pondicherry was once a French enclave, but now is blended with Tamil culture. A Hindu temple. Here is an orthodontist's nightmare. A painting on the ceiling. Pondicherry was also the Indian city mentioned in the movie Life of Pi. Walking must be pretty painful for this lady. This closest headdress is very similar to North American indigenous people. A delightful park in Pondicherry. At this celebration, boys are demonstrating their martial skills. Stones were added to the beach because of the dangerous riptide. A public health announcement. If you're parked in a no parking zone, you may get one of these on your tire. The only way you can get it removed is to pay the fine. Safety measures at this construction site seem pretty lax. Musicians at our hotel in Pondicherry. En route to Tanjore, we stopped at this lovely banana market. Note the luscious fruit. There is a pile of discarded banana stalks. This is a very fertile area for many crops. Sugarcane, rice, and more mature rice. Banana plantation. Little chicks at the market. Crops drying on the road, a frequent sight in this farming area. Here are some sesame seeds drying. The Dharasuram temple was built in the memory of the white elephant. It dates back to the 1300s. It is a fairly common custom to dress the figures. Our guide Abby was explaining some wedding customs. A rangoli is a chalk figure drawn daily in front of a house to bring good luck. This instrument is used for spinning wool into yarn. Here's what they start with. This woman is weaving silk cloth. Here are some examples of the beautiful cloth woven for saris. You must be barefoot in the temple grounds. Every 15 years, the temple undergoes maintenance and repairs, so you will see scaffolding in various places. An immense carved bull. Colored powders are used to create this gorgeous image on the floor. Some of the guards on duty on this festival day. Everywhere we went, the people were friendly and welcoming. The art gallery and library in Thanjavur. An impressive reception hall. We saw this popular religious figure in many places. A burial urn. Every museum needs an old skeleton. Some figures cast in bronze. This craftsman is using the ancient lost wax method. It was used during the Chola period to create sacred temple bronzes. Parts cooling in water to be assembled into figures later. An orchard of cashew trees. Our wonderful driver and guide Ashok is showing us some of the cashews. Here he has split one open to show us the cashew inside. These people are roasting and preparing the cashews for market. En route to Madurai. The black birds are crows and the white ones are egrets. Our hotel in Madrai. It was an oasis in the bustling city. Wouldn't it be fun to attend a performance in this open-air theater? Some of the cleaning staff. Finely crafted ornamentation is everywhere. Some beautiful artwork on the ceiling. These ancient paintings date from the Chola period, which was 850 to 1250 CE. This was a great way to travel around this very busy city of Madurai. A banana market in Madurai. I am holding a red banana. A market for spices. This little guy is helping. En route to Periyar. A brickyard. A tamarind tree, and Ashok is showing us its fruit. Enjoying sadhya, lunch on banana leaves. It was delicious. Some of the spices in your cupboard may have come from this spice farm. Some of the spices grown here include 70% of the world's supply of cardamom, jackfruit, banana flour, which is used in curry, plantain, tree of paradise, used to treat leukemia, mulberry, sugar cane, okra, holy basil, mango flower, aloe and mint, aniseed, papaya, tapioca, lentil, bird's eye chili, which is very hot, cloves, allspice, turmeric, ginger, rosewood, coffee, stevia, pepper, peppermint, henna, custard apple, lemongrass, mud apple, cocoa beans, avocado, vanilla, guava, passion fruit, nutmeg, turmeric, and cinnamon bark. We are embarking on a beautiful early morning cruise on Lake Periyar. All of these remains of trees sticking out of the water provide ideal nesting spots for a wide variety of birds. This little fellow was catching some rays on the road. Our hotel in Periyar. En route to Kamarakam. Tea plantations are nestled into the hills. tea screenings, the most expensive tea, come from the little shoots at the base of the plant. Here is a tea flower. Visiting a rubber plantation. Scoring the tree to produce a bleeding wound.
How quickly? Look, it's coming out right away.
Less than 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
Less than 1 minute he finished complete line.
It's almost blue. Yeah.
Yes. So this is you do the tapping. We will not do the tapping for 12 months in the year.
Right.
The rainy season you will not tap it.
Our hotel in Kumarakom. There are 2 rooms in each of these little cottages. A huge, gorgeous swimming pool. That evening we went for a lovely cruise on Vembanad Lake. The next day, we went on a houseboat tour of the backwaters of Kerala. Vembanad Lake and the backwaters of Kerala cover a huge area. This whole area is fairly close to sea level. Some of the water plants are in blossom. Workmen building and repairing the stone wall at the edge of the canal. We are now heading into a much narrower channel. There are homes on both sides of the waterway. People sail, fish, swim, and bathe here. They do their washing and their washing up. bus is a major public transport route. From this tiny but efficient kitchen, the crew made a wonderful lunch. We were treated like royalty. The dancer makes that clicking sound by slapping her feet on the floor. Catholic Church in Cochin. The black bird is a little cormorant, and the beige bird, which is hard to see, is a pond heron. Some items at a government-sponsored shop in Cochin. A beautiful quilted wall hanging. This is where the movie The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel was filmed. St. Francis Church in Cochin was the first European church to be built in India by the Portuguese expedition in 1500. It was built of wood but redone in stone and roofed with tiles in 1516. Vasco da Gama was buried here in 1524. His remains were sent to Portugal in 1538. In 1663, the Dutch took control and converted it into a Protestant church. In 1795, the British took control and converted it to Anglican. At present, it is under the control of the Church of South India. Kochi is a very ancient port city. These are the famous Chinese fishing nets. The nets are lowered into the water, then lifted out like a big scoop to get the fish. The stones are counterweights. We crossed to the end on this not very sturdy looking plank walkway. Some of the catch of the day. An ancient tree grown to huge proportions. You can see the Dutch architecture influence in the buildings. The Dhobi Khana, or laundry, originated in the colonial period. The British brought in Tamil villagers as washermen. This Tamil community was organized in the 1920s. The clothes are soaked and beaten on stones if they're heavily soiled, rinsed twice, and starched by dipping in rice water. Clothespins are never used. The clotheslines are twisted and the clothes tucked in between the ropes in such a way that they are never disturbed by the wind. Traditionally, they were ironed with charcoal burning irons. Before the performance, makeup is carefully applied. In this dance form, facial expressions and gestures are very important. In the adjoining museum, there are a variety of theatrical characters. Here are two scary apparitions. Our tour ended with a lovely dinner on the Arabian Sea in Cochin. What a great time we've had!